What's going on, guys? John Elder here from Pygame.com, and in this video, we're going to start to look at song time for our MP3 player with Tkinter and Python. Alright guys, like I said, in this video, we're going to start to look at song time and length. But before we get started, if you like this video and want to see more like it, be sure to smash the like button below, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm, and check out Pygame.com where I have dozens of courses with hundreds of videos that teach you to code. Use coupon code YouTube1 to get $30 off membership. That's all my courses, videos, and books for a one-time fee at just $49, which is insanely cheap. Okay, what am I talking about? Song time and length. So we want to know anytime a song is playing, how long the song has been playing. So you can see we've got a little timer here, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds. And we also want to see how long the song is in total. So this song is 2 minutes and 2 seconds. If we scroll to another song, it's 1:52. Scroll to another song, it's 1:40. So that's what we're going to look at in this video. So this is actually easy and not so easy. It's all easy, but people can have a hard time with this because Pygame doesn't have any sort of mechanism to determine how long a song is. Now, we're doing MP3 songs here. If you're doing like WAV files, and I think maybe OGG files, Pygame can determine the length of those, I think. Don't quote me on that. But they definitely cannot figure out the length of a song for an MP3 song. So we need to actually download and install a little module that will take care of that. And that's what we'll do in this video. Well, we're also going to find out the current time of the song, and Pygame does do that very simply. So let's close this and get started. Head back over to our player.py code. I'm using the Sublime Text Editor and the Git Bash terminal as always. And if you haven't seen the first few episodes of this little series where we're building this MP3 player, check the comment section below for a link to the playlist. And you can see all the other videos where we wrote all of the rest of this code. Okay, so first things first, let's make our app a little bit longer. So it's at 500 by 300. Let's make it 500 by 350, just to give us a little more space down at the bottom, because we're gonna put a label down there that we can output all of this cool song length stuff. So, all right, so 350, that looks good. So now let's come down here and let's create status bar. All right, so I'm just gonna create a little label. I'm gonna call it status underscore bar, and that's a label. And we want to put it in root, and we want the text right now to be nothing. And let's put this at the bottom of the screen and make it look like a status bar. So we've done this lots of times. I'm going to give it a border width BD of 1. Let's give this a relief of, I don't know, groove. This will make it sort of groovy, the outline of it, the border of it. And then let's give this an anchor of east. So that will anchor it to the right side, or at least it will anchor the text in there to the right side of our app. So, okay, that looks good. So now let's status bar dot pack this guy. And since we want this to look like a status bar, I'm gonna give this a fill equals X. That will fill it all the way across the screen along the X coordinate, right? And then I wanna put this on side equal bottom of our app. And let's just give this a little iPad Y of 2 just to push it down. The text inside of it, push it down a little bit. I think that just looks a little bit better that way. So, okay, that is good there. So now we want to create a new function that will get all of this new information, the song length and all that good stuff. So let's come up here and let's just create it. And let's call this grab song length time info. I don't know. And let's define this as, I don't know, play underscore time. Sounds good. So let's get the current time. So let's go current underscore time. And this is just going to be pygame.mixer.music.get underscore position. So this will get the current position in seconds, or milliseconds, I guess, maybe, of the current song. So, okay, that looks good. Now we can let's just output this onto our status bar just to see what it looks like for now. So let's go status underscore bar dot config. And let's give this a text equals, let's go current underscore time. Okay, so let's save this. Now, we want this to run every time the song starts to play. So we'll just call this function from our play function. So let's head over to our play function, and let's say call the play time function to get song length stuff, right? And we can just call the function like this by calling it, right? So, okay, now, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, we talked about updating labels on a timer, and we can use that, and we can do that by calling the after function. So to do that, and we want to do this, we want this whole function to play every second. So a second will go by, and then it will grab the current position of the song. And then another second will go by, and it'll grab the current position. And every time it grabs the new current position, a second will have gone by, so the song will be a second older. And so it'll update that accordingly, right? So to do that, let's go status _ bar dot after, and we want this to run every second, so that's 1,000 milliseconds. And what do we want to do? We want to play this playtime function. We want to run this playtime function again. So let's say update time. I don't know, whatever. So okay, let's go ahead and save this, and let's head back over here to our Git Bash terminal and run Python player.py. Okay, so now we see we've got something down here. It's a little bar looking thing. So let's add some songs. And let's play one. And here it says 0. Now it's going 2, 3. Now this is milliseconds. So 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 milliseconds. So that's not really what we want. We want this to be in seconds. So what we can do is head back over to our code, and right here, where we define current time, we can just take all of this, divide it by 1,000, right? So, okay, let's go ahead and save this, run it, and let's add some songs. Boom, play one of them. So 2, 3, and you'll notice it's going 2 point something, and that's not great. We don't care that it's 9 seconds and 4/10 of a second, right? We just want the second itself. So let's get rid of this point stuff here. So we can do that lots of different ways. One way would just be to, when we output this, we just want to wrap all this in an integer function. We just want to convert this to an integer. So we can do that. That's one way to do it. That's not how we're going to do it, but it will work. And let me just show you that in case that's what you want to do. You might want to do it that way for certain reasons. So, okay, so let's play a song. So 0 seconds, 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds. Okay, so that's better, right? But still, it's not great. We click stop, it goes back to 0, so that's cool. So what we really kind of want to do is put this in time format, you know, like you're looking at a watch, 0:0 or 0:10, 12, 15. And when it gets up to 60, it turns to 1 instead of 61, right? So we want to make it look like time. So how can we do that? Well, that's pretty simple. We just need to import time into our program. So let's just import time. And time is just a time module that comes with Python. It's just a Python thing. Now we can do timey sort of things. So here, let's go output time to status bar. And oops. Here, let's go grab current song elapsed time, I guess, whatever. So let's convert this current time into a timey looking thing. So I don't know, let's call this, what do we want to call this? Converted _ current _ time. And let's go convert to time format. So to do this, we set this equal to time, which we just imported, .strf time, and this is a function. And here we can pass in the format that we want. So let's go, we want maybe hours, minutes, seconds. And then what do we want to substitute in for each of these things for hours, minutes, and seconds? We want to substitute in time.gm time, and then we want to just pass in whatever we're converting. So we're converting this thing, which was just an integer of seconds, right? So we just pop that in there. So time, GM time, current time. So now this thing will actually output it in time format. So let's copy this, and on our status bar, let's put that in there instead of that integer thing. So let's save this and run it and see what that looks like. So we can add songs, add a bunch of songs here. Let's run this guy. And now you see 0, 0.00.3, 4, 5. And as this goes on, when it hits 60 and it turns to 61, this will turn into 0, and then right here, it will be 1. So it'll be 0, 0. So this is hours. The first two zeros are hours. The second two zeros are minutes, and the last two zeros are seconds. So when we hit stop, it goes back to 24 hours. That's interesting. We might want to fidget with that in a little bit, and we'll see if we want to do that later. So okay, that's how we convert that to time, and that looks good. Now these are songs. They're not likely to be an hour long, so maybe we want to get rid of the H and you just want M and S, minutes and seconds. So if we save this and run it really quickly, we can see, pull this over, let's just add a song. So maybe that looks a little better. So that's just minutes and seconds. Just depends on how you want to do it. So when we hit stop, this thing goes to 59.59, which is weird. We're going to want to tweak that later on, but we'll leave that till later. So, okay. So far, so good. We got the current time, and it kind of updates as the song is going along to show us where we are in the song. But now, how do we figure out how long the song is total? We want to know that. You know, we're on 10 seconds of, what is it, a 10-minute song? We don't know. We want to know that. So how do we get that information? Well, like I said, Pygame does not give that information to you. It doesn't have the ability to figure out how long an MP3 song is. Instead, we need to download and install a little something. So the thing we need to install is called Mutagen. And so let's just import it real quick. So from mutagen.mp3, we want to import MP3. So this will allow us to sort of scan MP3 songs and figure out how long they are. So from mutagen.mp3, import MP3. So now we have to install this Mutagen thing. So let's head over to our terminal and clear the screen. And we just want to pip install Mutagen. And I've already installed this, so it says I've already got it. But for you, it'll go through and it'll install itself. And that's all there is to it. So now we can use this thing, and it's actually fairly easy to use. So let's head back down to our playtime thing. And let's give ourselves some space here. And let's go get song length with Mutagen. So we need to know what song is currently playing, right? So we already kind of played with this in the last video. Let's see, come down here with our forward buttons and back buttons. We grabbed, using the current selection, whatever was currently playing, and then we did some stuff to it to, you know, add the directory structure in the .mp3. So let's just copy this and bring it back up here to our thing. And actually, let's copy this and put it below. So what we want to do here is, let's say, get currently playing song. So here we can call this, I don't know, let's call this current_song. And it's our song box, current selection. Now remember, this returns a number. So if we're listening to the first one in a list, that's 0, because those are list items, they're tuples. So they're numbered accordingly. So we don't need to add 1 to this, so we can take that out. So now we want to convert this number to the actual song title. So we'll pass this in instead of next number. So this will go song box, which is our playlist box. And then it'll say grab whatever number. And that'll give us the song title. And then to look up the song title itself, we have to convert it back to its directory structure format. So we have to put the C GUI audio thing in front of it and slap a .mp3 behind it. So song now becomes, you know, whatever our song is that we can now look up using Mutagen. So to look it up using Mutagen, we just call song, I don't know, I'm just gonna say mute, or song underscore mute equals, now we just call MP3 and then pass in what we want to look up. So this loads it in. So now we can get the song length. So let's call this song length equals, and let's go get song length. And here, let's say load song with Mutagen, I guess. So we're loading it here. Here we're going to get the song length by calling song underscore mute for Mutagen. And then we just call .info.length, right? So this will return the length in seconds, right? Which is not great. We don't want it. We don't care that the song is 215 seconds. That's not that useful. We want to know that the song is 2 minutes and 45 seconds or something like that. So we need to convert this in much the same way that we did up here. So let's just copy this whole thing here and let's go convert to time format, paste all this in here. So instead of converted current time, let's call this converted song length. So let me just copy this and paste this guy in there. And again, we just probably want the minutes and the seconds. And what do we want to convert? We want to convert this song length. So let's go to the end of this, and instead of current time, we'll put song length. Okay, so now this converted song length should be in the same format as our other thing that we're doing, the current position of the song, right? So we can now put this out onto the screen. So let's come down here to our status bar, and let's turn this into an F string. And let's wrap this in brackets and quotation marks. And let's call this time elapsed, put a colon, and this is the current, current length of the song. And then we can go of, and then pass in our converted song length. And I'm gonna put a couple spaces at the end so it's not right up against the end there. Okay, so I think that looks good. Hopefully that will work unless we have errors, which we almost certainly do because it's Friday. It's Friday here in Vegas. So I almost certainly made some errors here. So let's go ahead and run this. All right. And so let's add a bunch of songs. And we can open them. And let's play one. Uh-oh. Got an error. MPEG info object has no attribute length. So line 33. All right, what did we do? Line 33. Oh, capital L. This needs to be lowercase l. Okay. All right, minor error. Not bad for a Friday, huh? If that's as bad as it gets. All right, so let's add many songs. Boom. Let's play one. So time elapsed 1 second of 1:40. And that looks pretty good. I want some more spaces in between there, though. This is just a matter of style. So here, I'll put another space. Okay, so let's save this and run it. I know I'm just nitpicking at this point. All right, so add songs, add many songs, add them all. So let's start at the top and hit play. Time elapsed 2 seconds of 1:47. If we cycle forward to the next song, we can see it's 2 minutes and 2 seconds long. The next one is 1:52, 1:40. Very cool, right? Very, very interesting. Now, if we hit pause, everything stays paused. Unpause, starts working again. That works good. Now, if we hit stop, all of this stuff is still sitting here, which is no good. So really quickly, when we go to stop, let's clear the bottom thing there. So, all right, let's head over here and let's find our stop function. And let's go clear the status bar. And this is just going to be status underscore bar dot config. And then set the text equal to nothing. So, all right, go ahead and save this. Let's give this a run again. Let's add a bunch of songs. And let's play one. And when we stop, boom, that disappears. And all is good. Now, if we play again, it seems to work. Okay. Now we're getting some errors here. Line 27, I don't know what that is, but the thing seems to be working, so I'm not. Oh, let's see. Line 27, songbox current song. Looks like it's having a problem with the number we're passing through here. So what we could do is just comment out this. Instead of calling current song, we could just call active. This will call the whatever's currently active in the playlist. So let's go ahead and save this and run it again just to make sure this is working. All right, so let's add a bunch of songs. Open. Let's play one. And go forward. Close. And now that error's gone. So, I don't know, whatever. Some weird Friday thing. So, okay, we are coming right along and looking pretty good. Okay, so I think in the next video, we'll start to work on a little slider that will allow us to fast forward and rewind inside of a song so we can, move to the 30-second mark of the song or something, whatever we want. That'll be pretty cool. I think we'll start to look at that in the next video. So that's all for this video. If you liked it, be sure to smash the like button below, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm, and check out Pygame.com where you can use coupon code YouTube1 to get $30 off memberships. They pay just $49 to access all my courses, over 45 courses, hundreds of videos, and the PDFs of all my best-selling coding books. Join over 100,000 students learning to code just like you. My name is John Elder from Pygame.com, and we'll see you in the next video.